Yeah. So the album is growing on me, but that's what I said last night or 2 nights ago when we listened to the album. I was like, this album's cool. It's just, I think it got so overhyped to the point where, like, at least in like underground space, whatever, newer generation, whatever, that when you get really excited for something, you're expecting something hype, and then like that's just not what Destroy Lonely makes. I was listening to it in the car when I dropped my girl off to a brunch. Sheesh. You know how bitches get when you drop them off at brunch. I don't even want to know what I am picking up later with just them going crazy. They had a cake and everything. One of her friends' birthdays. But yeah, I was playing in the car and like the bass was hitting, I'm not gonna lie. And so it was a good album. However, again, it could have had more energy, as we already discussed. And so I stick by my rating, but it was better than a lot of the people just claiming it was mid right off the get-go. You know what I mean? Like, there were a lot of songs that kind of just meshed together. If you listen to the album, just one take, it's a lot, bro. 26 tracks. It could have been cut down to like 16, 18 tops. So I'll give 8 God that. He was right. Although when I said like 26 tracks is okay for Destroy Lonely, I was thinking it was going to be a little bit more versatile. But it's like a trap album, but like a chill trap album. I think it could have had hints of, like, I think No Stylist still had some more hype songs with, like, I don't even know how to say this. People are gonna slaughter me for this, but like the Vaimont or whatever track, and then No Stylist, of course, and that's again where Ken Carson came in handy to bring some energy. It was very mellow, but again, like if you're just just doing your thing in the car, like bumping to whatever, it's actually decent. I like it a lot. But still, I think that saying that it was low energy is a fair critique, but that doesn't mean necessarily that it's trash. In fact, let's go to the other account, the news account on Twitter, and we got some major cosigns. Although, people are making a big deal about this Metroboomin cosign by for Destroy Lonely. Let me find it real quick. Where is it? Right here. So he posted this on his story. How you feel, like just the album in general. He already said, I think, that he wanted to work with Destroy Lonely and Ken Carson, because if you recall, I think leading up to Whole Lotta Red, although it was like 2 years prior to the actual release, Cardi said that he was locked in with Metro. Like him and Metro they have enough songs to make like a whole collab tape, which would be dope, by the way. I know Cardi's doing his whole filthy run where he's on the hard rock lane. Actually, we don't even know what's gonna sound like, but a trap album by Cardi would be like the greatest blessing from Satan himself. And Metro, of course, like coming off of the last project, huge cosign. I mean, I don't know, like producers don't really get as big of looks, but like he still sold however much, like 100 something K or maybe even 200. I don't remember what he sold first week. So Metro definitely mainstream. So it's a big look, but I feel like as a producer, again, you don't get as big as say Drake. So maybe it's not going to bump his followers as much, but still like a great quality, incredible cosign to what actually sounds good. You know what I mean? And then, I'm sorry, but Summers is probably in shambles right now watching what Destroy Lonely, like who kind of went popping before, or sorry, Summers started popping off before Destroy Lonely, but he already got he got number 1 Apple Music on hip hop albums, but not, I think he got number 2 behind, let's see, Morgan Wallen. Okay, so my girl actually listens to Morgan Wallen so much. He's like a country singer. And I'm not going to lie, it's not too bad. I don't really like country as much. It just reminds me of home because my parents are super Southern. And I don't know, just the bitches like to put on cowboy boots and like go to the country festivals. I don't know if they do that around where y'all live, depending on where you are. But it just pisses me off, man. Like the whole jorts and just shotgunning beers and shit. Like I'd rather just take I'd just rather take some shots of vodka and be lit in like 3 minutes rather than trying to chug 20 beers and feeling sick from my stomach before I even get drunk. But yeah, so Destroy Lonely #2 on top albums. That's not bad, bro. I'm hoping that it gets somewhere on the... Actually, I'm pretty sure, because Hot 200 Billboard, usually Hot 100, actually it always is for singles. I don't know if he'll get that because the songs weren't really too big. And if Looks Could Kill didn't already get on Billboard, I can't remember if it did, but I don't think it did. It definitely streamed well, but I don't think it got on Hot 100. But Hot 200 is easier for rap artists because people actually listen to full albums there, as opposed to like pop artists where just like one song will pop off and then they don't really sell too much on the albums. Their fan bases are just not that strong. So I definitely think Lone is going to get like top 150 at least on the Hot 200. It looks like it's higher than Jack Harlow, but to be fair, Jack Harlow dropped a week ago, so of course the surge in streams, we'll have to wait like a couple 1 or 2 weeks to see where it actually lands in like how much it sticks to the fan base. But still a solid accomplishment if you ask me. And if you're saying Ghost is better, I'm sorry, but you're just wrong. I'm not even trying to hate here. Like I did not think the Summers album was better than Destroy Lonely's in any sense. It just, I'm sorry, nah, bruh. Because like, if you're an actual Lone fan and you know what his music sounds like, it's exactly what he just dropped on the album. Of course, it wasn't like as hyped as it was getting because his fans on TikTok were overblowing the shit out of that. Pause. But that's what you should have expected anyway. Look at the chart data alone, streamed nearly 10 million. That's cool. Let me see. Chart data. Let's see. I'm going to do a Control F. Lone. Right here. Destroy Lonely earned his biggest streaming day of all time on Spotify. That makes sense because I feel like he's at the peak of his career. Not saying that he won't get bigger because I do think he still will. But you know, he's the highest he's ever been and continuing to go up. Although I know there's mixed reviews about the album, but I still think that people are gonna be dick riding and continuing to, not even dick riding. People are going to continue to listen to him to hear what he has to say the next album, like as he progresses. I think if you just reduce the amount of songs in the albums, it would be way better because there's like less filler and it seems more versatile. You can pick this, and you know, it also helps this merch bundle situation. Now you can drop a 16 track album and actually still get good numbers without messing up the quality of your album. But let's see. So all time on Spotify yesterday he did, or the 2 days ago he did 10 million streams. Now for album sales, it's hard to tell because the album sales is for US only, but let's just see. For Spotify alone, and we can multiply it by like, let's say 2 for Apple Music, which has less subscriber base, and YouTube and like the other smaller streaming platforms. It's probably a multiplier of 2 as Spotify is the largest streaming platform. So 10 million times 2 is 20 million streams divided by 1250, which is an album. That's 16K. Now again, I don't that's one day though. So let's multiply this by like, let's say 3 for like a week's worth of streams. And again, these are just ballparking. That's 48,000. He might hit 20K because remember it's US and we're just calculating the total albums sold in like worldwide. So for US, it might be 20. It might be a little less, maybe 10 to 20K. I'm thinking 10 to 20K. As I predicted, I just want to say, we got to stop. Like, I want to shut up all of the 60K predictions, bro. Like, he's not that big yet. No hate. I wish all the best for these artists, but that's just, you're asking for too much. Mid-album, but he's getting a bag. Hey, that's all music is right now, the music business. And I'm happy. I'm always happy about people getting a bag. That's my favorite activity, making money. I was telling my girl that. I was like, I don't spend too much money because there aren't really many fun things that you can do buying money. It only buys you short-term pleasure. But hey, making money, that's the best.